Hey, what's going on, guys? Cyber Donut here, or you can just call me Donut because update on my 601 exam. I did not do as good as I wanted to, which a little bit of a bummer. Obviously, I studied a lot, and to be honest with you, looking through all my notes and everything, I thought I was ready. I was able to pinpoint anything on my notes. I took a lot of practice exams. I was hitting the last couple of days between 80s and the 90s. Professor Messer and Jason Dion and this other guy, Andrew. I was taking their practice exams and I was just knocking out of the park. One of my last exams I took for the first time got a 98. So that's kind of where I was with the exam. I walked into the exam, confident. Maybe PBQs were a little, shaky, but I walked into the exam. Well, I didn't really walk in. I did it from home, but a lot of the questions were not even close to the practice exams, on my end at least, which kind of shocked me. The way it was worded, it was kind of more like you were in the field type of doing things, but I didn't like the wording of the questions. I feel like I was able to pinpoint anything out. You quizzed me on the port numbers and everything. I know I feel like I know what I'm talking about, and a little bit of a letdown, but now my next thing is I can either study up for 3 weeks through the 601 or start doing the 701, and I might do a 4-week cram course and try to do the 701 because there's a lot of the same information. They took over a couple of modules or sections. It's all the same concept really, except maybe they add a little bit more with the cloud and a couple other little things. But they took a lot out, a lot of acronyms, a lot of tools and stuff. But honestly, a lot of the stuff that I studied up here, this was RAID and this was something else. But none of that was on the exam for me. RAID didn't touch the exam. Port numbers, which I studied a lot, was not on the exam, maybe except during the firewall configurations, which I'll be honest with you, that's not my strong point. I feel like that's more IT, and nothing I learned in the textbook or anything even showed you how to put together a firewall and do this and that and do the drop downs. And I don't know why that was even on the exam. I'm not doing networking, I'm not doing A+, anything that's configuring a firewall. So a little confused why that was even on the exam to begin with, but I had 2 firewall PBQs, which probably knocked my grade down. OSI model, nothing touched that either. And surprisingly, cryptology, something that I got really good at, able to pinpoint anything, the bits, blocks, cipher, streams, all that. I got really good at identifying and know what I'm talking about. I don't think I had a single cryptology question on the exam. Now, everybody has their own exam, right? A lot of things that I was confident on and got really good at, unfortunately, was not touched. And a lot of the questions just were very, I really don't know how to explain it, to be honest, but they were very strange. They weren't what I practiced and what I'd imagine. And to be honest with you, I'm more of a learner by doing, and teach me how to do something, I'll be really good at it. I know I have work to do with networking aspect of it, but I do kind of know my stuff when it comes down to it. I just don't know how to configure a firewall, and why I had 2 PBQ questions on it, I don't know. However, yeah, I'm more of a learner by doing, not so much reading in your head. I'm reading a question that I feel like I should know the answer to, but now I don't know the answer. And fortunately, my grade wasn't as good as I wanted to be. It was a 716 out of 900. 750 is passing, if you guys don't know that already. I did the grade calculator. The grade calculator configures that up until a 79 point something. Apparently you do start off with like 100 points. I don't know how that works, but at the end of the day, if you want to equate the 716 to an actual grade, it's 79.4, I believe it was. So I think I was fairly close with a couple questions, but I just fell short. Maybe it was because of the firewall PBQs that totally screwed me up. Maybe I did good on them, I don't know, but it doesn't exactly tell you. And a lot of my weak points came from implementation. But yeah, I had 78 questions total, and yeah, I mean, I do want to career change. It's what I want to do, and I know I have a lot of learning to do regarding this. Gonna be back in the, taking a couple days off yesterday after the exam, and today I'm taking off studying. Tomorrow I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna use, and I think his name is Andrew. He's like, I guess he's a Middle Eastern guy, if you guys know about him, but I like the way he teaches, and I'm going through his course. I'm gonna have a study guide, and I have a book coming, so I'll read that also. And I'm just gonna do a 4 or 5 week, I think I'm gonna do a full week cram, try to knock it out mid-August, and get ready to take it again. You know, just because you fail one time doesn't mean you give up. If it's something you want to do, you continue doing it. And you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, I didn't get the questions I exactly wanted or the layout of it, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I gotta push through that. So if this is what I want to do, I gotta pass the certificate. Then I can work on like hands-on training, stuff like that. But as of right now, my first step in this journey was obviously booking the exam, studying, getting to know things, and the second step is passing this and actually taking that exam. So, you know, failed the first time. Hopefully the second time will be a lot better. I think it will be. I'll be going in a little more confident, knowing how the wording is. I don't know how to really explain the wording to you guys. I just kind of know off the top of my head. I can't really articulate it really, but it's just very different than Professor Messer's and Dion's exam. So unless I just got some freaking tough exam, I wouldn't rely on their exams to give you, you know, the same questions, because they're worded totally different, and I didn't like it. But again, it's just an obstacle I gotta push past at the end of the day. So yeah, I think a couple weeks. I'm gonna probably schedule the exam tonight. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it tonight. Figure out a date, I'm gonna do it. Probably gonna be 4 weeks from today, or maybe towards the 5-week mark. We'll see how I feel, because I know a lot of the information is very similar. I know what I'm doing, and I identify things, so there's just maybe a couple things I need to get better with, and that's what I'm gonna do. Obviously it's a new exam. They take a lot of things out from the 601, and 701's a lot, what's the word? They take out, I think they took out like 8 or 9 sections, so it's a lot less things to remember, but more of the bulk of your information is going to be, you know, whatever they're teaching in the curriculum in the domain. So yeah, I'm thinking 701 is going to be easier, better, hopefully. I just got to study up on the stuff that I am unaware about. I know they added some stuff with the cloud, from what I understand, and I'm sure a few other things that they added, but the SIA triage, I think they're actually going to make that a thing in the exam, so something that you're going to have to know. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I mean, those are key points on the exam. And I think one thing I need to work on really is my PBQs, because the firewall thing kind of, I feel like could have screwed me. You know, you get your drop downs, it was like your host firewall, this and that, and one was like, you have your origin, is it accept or deny or something like that, and you had to do it for like 9 firewalls, and like which one is the original, which one is the accept or deny, and I they don't teach you that in the book, and that drives me crazy. How are you gonna have a certificate exam, everything in the book, but it doesn't tell you in the book how to actually configure a firewall? That's absolutely ridiculous, and I feel like that's more networking than actual cybersecurity. Even though obviously it is something you should know and I should know, they don't really teach you that, so that's not what I was expecting at all. Now, could I have done more research on it, on PBQs? Absolutely. So obviously I have to take accountability for that, but there was another easy one too. I guess easy. I think it's fairly easy, but you know, a couple things you have to think about, and it's kind of low on time, but there was a question, it's like your personal information, your PHI, your with HIPAA, and talks about medical records, your personal information. There's a couple other things you had to kind of like drag into boxes. probably can use them all more than once, but then there was one that you shred, you purge, degauze. So I feel like I probably did good on that one. Don't think that was super difficult to do, but that was my other PBQ. I think I had 3 total. I don't think I had 4. I don't believe I had 4. So I had 78 total questions for the 3 PBQs. Now, again, I could have probably done a lot better, but you know, it is what it is. I can only do what I could. I'm not by any chance a nerd and can memorize every little thing on a piece of paper, but I can tell you one thing that, you know, looking through all my study guides and pretty spot on using multiple study guides. I pretty much know all my stuff when it comes to that. I can identify it, you can quiz me on it, I can give you some information on it, but this exam, I don't know, maybe it's just the way it was worded, kind of tripped me up, and you know, I tried to look for keywords, process of elimination, that sadly didn't work as I wanted to. So, you know, there's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel. So at the end of the day, you know, I failed once, not a big deal. The main thing that sucks is that I gotta blow up $400 on it, so I was gonna pick up an overtime shift and you know, pay it off, which I picked one up tomorrow for that. So yeah, just gotta get ready. And my advice to you guys is don't rely on these practice exams. I know some people are telling you that Jason Dion's and Professor Messer and whoever else is at practice exams, you know, they're close to the exam. No, the hell they were not. I don't know what these people are telling you, but maybe it was for them. Maybe it's different for everybody, but for me, not even close. And like I said, I was actually very disappointed in myself, but at the actual exam and how they laid it out, because I don't know, I just feel like I feel like I should have passed, but obviously I'm quite a few points away, a couple questions away, and it's not the end of the world. I got a career at the end of the day, so family is very supportive on, you know, the fact that I didn't do it as good as I wanted to, but yeah, just gotta study a little bit more. I'm gonna do a 701 exam, so there's no pressure to study for another 3 weeks. I'll give myself that extra week to 701. I got a book coming in with CompTIA with some other guy, not the actual CompTIA book for 701. It's I think he's got some practice questions in there too, but I don't know the guy's name. I ordered it, should be coming in a couple of days. I'm gonna schedule the exam today, and I am gonna be, I'll be ready to go for sure. I'm cue you guys in on my journey moving forward, what's going on these next couple of weeks when I'm studying, what my study plan is, and hopefully the second time around I'll be able to pass. And once I pass this exam, then we'll go from there. Then I'm gonna teach you guys about, well, not teach you guys, but talk to you guys about my journey to what I'm doing next, which route I'm gonna go, and where I'm gonna start applying. So yeah, that's about it for now. Thank you guys for listening. Hit the subscribe button to listen on my journey, and remember, we all fail at things sometimes, and you know, at the end of the day, you know what you got, and keep studying. Don't be discouraged because you failed. I mean, I'm not discouraged, I'm disappointed, but I think I'm just more annoyed that I had to spend $400, honestly, to take a freaking exam, but what are you gonna do, right? You know, I know this is a tough field to get into, very IT heavy, so I think one thing I could tell you guys as of right now from that exam is you know, your networking. Your networking is pretty primo. I took a networking class. I didn't get my networking plus certificate or anything, but you know, I think there's certain things that I really need to like dig deep and get ready to go with that. So, you know, there's things I could do better, and now we know for sure. But yeah, again, please follow for my journey, support the page, hit a like, hit a comment, whatever. And yeah, I'll be posting more stuff about how I'm studying, what I'll be studying, my plan, and ready to go for the 701. And yeah, you know, good luck to all you guys taking that exam, and if you pass, you know, good for you. Good luck, you know, working on getting a job. Keep working on yourself, and yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing each other in that field eventually, and I know it's gonna happen, so try to attitude about, about the failure. But it's not really a failure, it's just I need to do better and there's things I can work on. So a little bit of wake up call, but I'm happy where I'm at right now and I'll advance from that eventually. So, yep,